What's going on, guys? We got. Oh my, sorry, I'm a little sick. Why Post Malone is a culture vulture, but Mac Miller isn't. Now, a lot of the culture vulture allegations, really like started going crazy and picking up again, especially when Post Malone went to country, which is literally the most racist genre. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, unless there's like some fucking niche subgenre that I don't know about, which there probably is, that is way more racist than country. But let's be honest, country is the most racist genre. It's not all racist, obviously, but like, come on, let's be honest here. So yeah, look, man, Post Malone is a culture vulture, but you can't deny he has bangers. You know what I'm saying? I was never really a Mac Miller fan. Which I mean, to be fair, like I feel like if I haven't listened to all of Mac's music, but I tried what was the fucking, I don't even remember what the album was called. I tried listening to some tracks off of like an album or two of his, and it just wasn't for me. Maybe I have to revisit it, but I don't know. That type of stuff just isn't for me. You know, that style of music. But yeah, man, let's see what this guy's talking about. Sneakers, hip hop, passion. This is Read My Soul.
A concept that I've had in my mind for a while, and I'm recording this on Mac Miller's birthday. So before I get started, I just want to say R.I.P. Mac Miller and happy birthday.
Rest in peace.
We miss you. Mac Miller would have been 33 today, but unfortunately, we all know what happened to him in 2018.
He was young as fuck then.
I've been listening to Balloonerism the last few days, and it made me realize why we love Mac so much within the culture. Mac didn't push the culture away. Mac tried to push the culture forward, unlike many white rappers that come
Post Malone, yeah.
And when things start getting a little stale for them, or when people call them out, they start to kick hip hop's back in. Mac is my favorite white boy rapper, and honestly, one of my favorite rappers of all time. I love Mac, and I love what he stands for. If you see Mac at the beginning of his career to where he ended off, you know the transition and how he grew within hip hop and how he got better and better, and he embraced hip hop more and more. He started embracing people like Thundercats and Schoolboy Q and Ab Soul and Kendrick, and he started to play with funk and jazz, and he started to really get in his bag before his death. And this Balloonerism album makes me remember how vulnerable he was. You know, my biggest qualm with the Post Malone, with the Kid Rock, with the MGK, and all of these guys that
MGK
is that on their way out, they try to kick hip hop's back in.
He was just like a super duper hip hop head, loved the culture. Like he was everything that Post Malone
did. MGK do that? Well, I don't know. Do people call MGK a culture vulture? Like, what did he do? Has MGK always done hip hop? Because I know, like, obviously he did the fucking switch to pop punk and shit, but then he went back to hip hop again. But like, was he ever? I've never seen anyone call MGK a culture vulture, but maybe I'm wrong. But I've never seen anything like that. Like, look, you can switch a genre, it's fine, but it's just when, you know, you switch genre and then talk shit about the genre you were just doing before. Like, bro, that's what made you, right? Has MGK done that? If he has, like, you could tell me in the comments, but I haven't seen that.
Was famous for this. He said that
I mean, by the way, this is not me defending his music, because most of his music is pretty shit.
Pop isn't deep and is not about deepness. It's about money, partying, girls. You can't really, there's no emotion in it.
It was a beer tasting interview, so they put a lot of beer in my face and asked me what kind of beer tastes good to me. So, you know,
goddamn, he had no tattoos.
Apparently I said that whenever you want to feel something, don't listen to hip hop. And it's funny because who the am I to tell you don't listen to this, and whenever you want to feel something, don't listen to this? Or who am I to tell you that?
Wait, what? Wait. Go back. I don't understand.
No emotion in it.
It was a beer tasting interview, so they put a lot of beer in my face and asked me what kind of beer tastes good to me. So, you know, knowing me, I drank it. Apparently I said that whenever you want to feel something, don't listen to hip hop. And it's funny because who the am I to tell you don't listen to this, and whenever you want to feel something, don't listen to this? Or who am I to tell you that
What is this, like
you should feel a
PR or something?
listening to something?
The crazy thing about that is Mac Miller was that emotion he was talking about.
What I was saying was that when I want to sit down and cry, I listen to Bob Dylan and his guitar. You know, a lot of
I
people
never
say
cry
that
to
I don't
music.
appreciate hip hop or I'm taking advantage of hip hop. You know, what I was trying to say is that a lot of people, except for a handful of artists, saying the same shit. They're not saying anything super meaningful.
Stop the cap.
It's crazy the difference.
Okay, depends on what you're talking about, right? Like, if we're talking about mainstream hip hop, then yeah, like I mean that. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. That's just true, bro. Like, look, I know, like, you know, a lot of different artists are different. Like I just said, a handful of artists, like, you know, Kendrick Lamar obviously is an exception, but like, let's be honest, bro. The fucking stereotype has always been, you know, fucking bitches, getting money, doing drugs. And I mean, that a lot of the mainstream rap that are on the charts, I mean, that's what they're fucking talking about. You know what I'm saying? But even though that is like, there's a huge majority of people talking about that mainstreamly, just hip hop in general, like people who aren't as popular, you know, they're talking about a lot more shit. And even on the charts, people are still talking about, you know, deep shit. You know what I'm saying? I can see, like, if you're talking about it in a mainstream view, then yes, honestly, watching a lot of Billboard Breakdown and a lot of the, like, hip hop I've had to listen to, like, it is, I'm not gonna lie, it is a lot of bullshit. Personally, it's not for me. It's about all the same shit. But, you know, there is a lot of exceptions when it comes to the charts and, you know, mainstream hip hop songs and all that type of stuff. But in general, no. Hip hop is definitely, like, you can definitely find ways to cry to hip hop. I don't cry to music because I don't know. Maybe I haven't gone through that much life yet to really experience anything that would make me relate to a song that much to where I would cry. But there, for other people, 100%, like, hip hop as a genre is so big and there's so many different sounds and different ways people just create the music that it's just kind of a stupid way to think that, oh, hip hop, oh, like, oh, you can't cry to hip hop, oh, like, it never gets that deep, oh, like, and most everyone talks about, oh, the fucking bitches and getting money. Like, no, that's just not true. Maybe in a mainstream sense, but as a genre, no, that's not true.
Before he was famous. And you look at Mac Miller before he was famous.
Bro, spin.
You know who really was in
Novocaine, baby.
We all got a white boy friend that's like Mac Miller that loves hip hop and probably knows more about hip hop and certain artists than you do because they love the culture and they
I don't think so.
They want to show and prove that they're not just an outsider trying to capitalize on it.
He paid homage to the culture and he respected the culture and he loved the culture. You know what I mean? And that's I salute Mac forever. That was a tremendous.
Oh, they got an Orange Prime. I want to try that Orange Prime so bad.
I say this a lot of times within this channel. Being a culture vulture is not mutually exclusive to being white. And Mac Miller proved that. On the Control verse, Mac Miller was the thing that rhymed with nigga.
Drake, Big Sean, Jay Electron, Tyler, Mac Miller. I got love for you all, but I'm trying to murder you niggas.
Mac Miller was seen to be one of us.
Diddy grades all the ACTs and they tell you it's a machine, but it's really just Diddy in a red pen. I heard that Diddy gives Obama shape-ups. I heard that Diddy played Tupac in Notorious.
And when I listen to the lyricism, it reminds me so much of how he tried to...
Bro, oh my God, that reminds me. I'm in my junior year and I have to take my ACTs. Holy fuck.
Express himself with no care about how people thought about him. And even though I have a video about balloonerism coming soon, it made me understand why we embrace Mac Miller so much. People like Post Malone, Kid Rock, Jelly Roll, MGK, you can kind of tell their intentions. And people like Post Malone, you kind of can't stand them, because I think Post Malone blamed us for blamed hip hop culture and black people for his depression, because we called.
He was called a culture vulture. How did that feel to you?
It sucked. I was a kid.
1920. How did you deal with it?
Drink a lot.
We called him out because we knew when we saw the White Iverson, we knew we was gonna see this version of him. We can tell.
Okay, but
He
White
was
Iverson
coaching
went
to
hard
get
as
where
fuck.
He wanted to, and instead of being honest about it and open about it and expressing that in songs, he weaponized his tears. Oh, I was depressed. I started drinking. I started doing all this because people called you out for what you.
Every artist does the same shit, bro. Every artist has that one thing where it's like a flaw, or it's like something like a rumor about an artist. Every artist has that one thing. You know what I'm saying? And to like blame like shit happening to you and like you doing certain things on you getting hate as a famous person is just stupid, because literally every celebrity gets hate. Like it's not mutually exclusive to culture vultures or whatever. Like that, it's what comes with the job. It's being able to take hate.
You were gonna do. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with transitioning to other genres. But
That's what I
Post
said.
Malone, at every opportunity he could, he tried to disrespect hip hop. How can you say there's no emotion and there's no feeling within hip hop when there is an artist like Mac Miller, there is an artist like J. Cole, there is an artist like Andre 3000, there is an artist like Kendrick Lamar, there is an artist like Absol, who you can hear in their music their struggles with addiction,
Right, bro.
and their struggles with poverty and the things that they're going through. Guys like Post Malone deserve all that they get from the culture.
I'm not a fan of Post Malone. I have no respect for him. I think he is the definition of a culture vulture. Get him. He came in as Mr.
I like Post. I listen to a lot of Post Malone's music. I feel like it's the culture vulture shit. I feel like that's a respectable reason not to listen to him, because when you're listening to him, especially his rap stuff. Well, no, only his rap stuff, because to be honest, everyone thinks, that country and pop is really what he wanted to do, and that probably is the case. But like listening to his rap stuff, it just sounds phony. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people who listen to hip hop and rap who want to listen to stuff that is real, and that is something that Post Malone didn't have for a lot of people. Personally, for me, I don't really care. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Cornrows, fronts, and trap beats. Called himself White Iverson. Named himself after Karl Malone. Then he started dissing hip-hop while still selling it. Got caught saying the N-word. Called Charlemagne the God a racist.
Oh, Green Jimmy the cricket suit wearing ass motherfucker. Oh, short Colin Powell.
We're looking at Jack Harlow the same way. We're looking at him like, hold on, bro. What's your transition? Because he's from Kentucky, right? I'm pretty sure he grew up listening to a lot of country music, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just about how you go about it. Mac Miller was totally embraced by the culture because he looked to push the genre forward and not push the genre away, man. I love Mac. I am deeply saddened that he is not here with us. Go stream Balloon.
That's unfortunate.
I think it's amazing. And, I think Mac was one of those ones, man. It hurts my heart that he isn't here today. But there is a clear reason why we embrace Mac and why we push Post Malone away. And I think that the Post Malones of the world should understand that Mac got better. Mac got more funky, more soulful, more...
Thought John Mayer pulled up.
He had a transition to where he was doing the frat rap. He was doing what was expected of him. And then he said no and switched. And once I heard watching movies with the sound off, Faces, Good AM, I can hear him changing.
When you up above the clouds, like who gon' touch me now? Do we ever get to know the truth?
And him getting more introspective and getting deeper, and he had a message. And his struggles with addiction ultimately ended up being his demise. And I love the guy. I love what he had to offer. He's my favorite white rapper. I even think a little bit of Eminem got a little bit, he became a caricature of himself, a caricature of himself, and I gravitate towards more Mac Miller. He could really rap his behind off. He had Loaded Lux on an album.
You was easy Mac with the cheesy raps. Who the is Mac Miller? This name says Crack Dylan.
I told him to diss me, but not only did he diss me, but he followed the theme, like the story of the album, and he hadn't heard anything. I freaked out when I heard it though, definitely. I was like,
Who the fork?
I was like, oh.
I love that he was rapping with Jay Electronica and Action Bronson. I think one of Chief Keef's best verses is on Mac Miller's album. I just love the kid, and there's a clear difference of why we embrace him and why we push Post Malone's away.
And the real enemy, if we are well-meaning white commentators and viewers of hip-hop music, the real enemy is not Kanye, it's not Drake.
Not Kanye.
It's Post Malone.
Post Malone, real enemy. He cooking.
Man, Post Malone.
Not Kanye.
Yucky. I really
I don't know about that.
knew Post Malone was going to do that, and I never was a fan. I always looked at him funny. Him and Iggy.
I don't know. Maybe we should.
Yeah, I'm his no.
Maybe like we should surely like get rid of the Nazi before the fucking guy who just used hip hop for profit. I feel like that. Those two crimes are pretty not comparable.
John in Tennessee, go ahead. What you want to say?
That shit is fucking trash.
I just
Get the
knew
fuck
it was.
off
You can
the
just smell it
waves.
on them. And if they were honest, we would embrace you. The black culture.
Saying Kanye
hip-hop
is
culture
crazy.
very forgiving. If you're honest with us, hey, we'll let you get some money with us, but don't kick our back in on the way out. Especially when some of your biggest
Sure,
songs
bro.
is because of other artists.
That's what I'm
Rockstar,
saying.
man.
Like these dude, like bro, how do you have like that's what I'm saying, bro. Like how do you have the ego to fucking backstab the same genre that literally like got you fucking rich, bro? I don't
Bye.
get that.
Joey Badass.
Like even if I was an artist and I went into fucking metal, I don't give a fuck about metal. But like if I went into metal and I became the biggest metal star ever, and then I switched to hip hop, I would still be like, okay, well yeah, I still fuck with y'all type shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you have to be, your ego has to be so huge to diss the main thing that brought you up. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like metal. Metal hurts my ears. Metal is trash. You know, y'all could do whatever you want over there. I don't give a fuck. I'm not trying to listen to that shit, right? But like oh, in this hypothetical situation, like, oh, you made me type shit. Even though I switched to hip hop, I started with metal, I switched to hip hop. Like, you still made me. You still made me millions. I'm going to respect you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to have such a big ego to disrespect the fucking thing that made you, bro. It's crazy.
I just kind of came up with this melody. I'm feeling with my shot time.
The Sunflower song, the best parts of it is Sway Lee. There is a difference between the Mac Millers of the world. Even Eminem has never, you know, he's kind of been like, you know, a cultural critic within his music, and it's getting even worse now to where sometimes it's like, all right, dog, how old are you, bro? Like
that's what I'm saying. Eminem is like a fucking like senior citizen at this point. I don't really care what he says.
Let me hear some deep. You know what I'm saying? Let me get deeper than that. But like I said, being a culture vulture is not mutually exclusive to being white. We love Mac Miller. We embrace him. I got his shoes back here. I can't believe I won these on his website when they came out. The swimming
1992
anniversary Vans. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I won these. Bought all his albums day one.
Right, now we're just
Recently,
flexing,
my
bro.
wife bought me
Chill out.
the Tiny Desk. She bought me the vinyl for this. Before Scarface did his Tiny Desk, this was the best Tiny Desk of all time.
And sometimes, I wish I took a simpler route. Instead of having demons that's as big as my house.
And I kind of still believe it's still the best Tiny Desk, but he
On the
is
bar.
in the top 2 for Tiny Desk performances. So shout out to my wife for getting me this for Christmas. Big Mac Miller fan here. Be on the lookout for my Balloonerism review later this week. I just wanted to say happy birthday to Mac Miller, R.I.P. We embrace you, brother. You was one of us, and we knew it. And, you know, I hope you up there in heaven enjoying yourself. I hope you have found peace. I hope you in heaven smiling down on us, Mac. We love you. We appreciate you, man. We knew you was one of us, dog. And I hate to use your birthday to compare you to a lame like Post Malone, but I want people in the culture to understand the difference, to understand why we embrace you and why we reject others. We saw you. We felt you. We love you. And I'm pretty sure I speak from everybody within the culture. There's not very many people that have said negative things about Mac Miller. You could rap, you got introspective.
That's what I'm saying.
Deep, you have an amazing voice, and you
except Anthony Fantano, I guess.
You embraced hip hop. You pushed the genre forward, and you didn't push the genre away. Mac, we love you.
You guys see that?
Peace.
You guys watch that Redux review that Anthony Fantano did for. Fuck, I forgot the album name. I don't remember, y'all. I don't listen to Mac Miller. But the Redux review, what do you guys think about that? Like, I don't know. Sometimes, like, I feel like artists are looked upon, especially after, not to get disrespectful, but like, especially after they're dead. Like, people like start to like not overrate, but like kind of like be fake about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but this might just be me, but like the Anthony Fantano Redux review for the Mac Miller album, like that just felt fake. Maybe that might just be me. That just felt fake because if dude never died, like who is, you know? I mean, he already got hate. Like Anthony Fantano was already getting hate about that review. I'm pretty sure before Mac Miller died. I'm pretty sure. I think. Maybe. I think so. Or was that album after he died? I don't fucking remember. But it just felt fake to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. That might just be me. But hey, yeah, this video pretty factual. You know, fuck Post Malone. You know, he's kind of a bitch. You know, like why diss the money maker? You know what I'm saying? Like the thing that brought you up. You know, but I'm still gonna listen to him because I mean, he has some bangers. I mean, no cap, I'm listening to bangers. You know, Goodbyes is a banger. Like, yeah, no, that's good. It's good. I mean, still fuck you, right? All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Go subscribe to Read My Soul. Subscribe to this channel. Go follow my Twitter. Subscribe to my second channel. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.